Hi there everybody, it's Helen from Slim and Stylish and I'm a UK Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and today is Tuesday, so it should be my time-lapse Tuesdays. And this was the card I had designed for it, and then once I'd made it I thought, I'm going to show you this as an actual tutorial, not just as a time-lapse, because it looks really complicated, but it is the most simplest card I think I've ever made, and I love it. It's using the Waterfront stamp set from the New Occasions catalogue. I wasn't totally sold on this. I bought it because of this. So if you've watched any of my videos before, I love these grungy bits and I think they make great backgrounds. But I've seen quite a few tutorials using the whole of the stamp set and I thought they look pretty easy. So I'm going to have a go and see how I get on. It uses quite a few colours. You don't have to use as many colours as I do. You can do the stamp off and do the light stamp and a dark stamp, but I'm just going to play with all my colours and get this card made. So what you need is a A4 sheet of cardstock cut in half so you can make your 10 fold card. And I do apologise, I have got to the end of a card, got to the end of a cold so I'm a bit nasally today. I did a video earlier in the week which you won't see because about 3 minutes into it I sneezed terribly and I couldn't then put it on YouTube and I couldn't work out how to edit the sneeze out, so that's a card that I might do at another time. So once you've halved it, you want to use this designer series paper, which is from the Myths and Magic set, and unfortunately it covers up these gorgeous mermaids which are really shimmery and shiny. I don't know if you can see those, but that's really nice, and it's a scalloped design sort of on the back, and I wasn't sure about using it because it's old olive as well, so I didn't know whether it would stand out, but I think it just adds that little bit of texture in the background. So I just attached that with Tombow. I'll tell you what is really nice about this Myths and Magic card. The glimmer paper from the Myths and Magic set, I haven't got any near my desk at the moment, but it sheds. Once you use it, you get glitter everywhere. I mean, it's so pretty, but you get glitter everywhere. Whereas on this DSP, the underside of it is glittery, but it doesn't shed, or it hasn't yet. I haven't got any glitter from using the mermaids. So that's quite nice. Anything for a neat and tidy life for me. So there you go. Now you just need a piece of white paper. No, that's not the one I've cut for that. Where is it? There it is. I've cut this 8.5 centimetres by 9 centimetres, and the backing old olive I've cut 0.5 centimetre bigger, so that's 9 by 9.5 centimetres, which is, the white bit is 3.5 inches by 3 3/8 of an inch. So this one will be 3 3/4 inch by 3.5.5. It's in between, if you can see, in between the half and the 5/8. So what would it be? Half of 16 is 8. 9 16ths. There we go. Who said I was rubbish at maths? So what you want from this set now, and I'll show you as we go through it. This is why I didn't do it as a time lapse, because I wanted to show you all the pieces I was using. I started with a middle layer first, which was this one, and I got it inked in Wild Wasabi. And I just ink that up, and you don't have to ink hard. If you look, I don't know if you can see through that, it's kind of patchy because it's already got that watercolour sort of mark. It's going to be a little bit bobbly once you've stamped it, you see, so it gets that watercolourness straight on there. So I'm going to just run that across the middle. I've run it the other way because I'm experimenting. But I could do that way and then it'll be the same, but no, I want to play. This was going to be a mountain scene and I was going to use these trees, but in the end I decided to make it into a beach because I quite like it. So we'll have the beach dunes. They were done in Sahara sand, and they're using this one. This one here is the beach one. So there we go. Or sorry, the mountains or the sand dunes or whatever's at the back. And I think I've just knocked you, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to look overhead as well. You just want to lie that on top of the wild wasabi there. So that's the end of that colour. So I mean, you do use a lot of colours, but you can, so for the water, you could stamp the lighter one as an offset stamp and then going on, but I did it in Pool Party. So that's this bit just here, but going the other way. So get that inked up. My Pool Party pad's a bit dry, so I'll just stamp it a couple more times. I could have re-inked it, I'm just being lazy. There we go. So there's my water. And then to go over the top of it, you just use this one here, which is there for me, and I used Island Indigo for that. Honestly, this was the most easiest card I've ever made, and I was just so happy. It is just the most simplest. If you were having a card class with new beginners and people just wanted to play, this set would just create you hours of enjoyment. So this bit here, which I came in with soft suede. There we go, and I put it, put it just there. I'm not sure. I think I like this one better where it had the gap. So I think I prefer my green stamp being that side. But if you don't play, you don't know. So then just the top of the trees, which are the palm trees. So just up here. You know what this set will be absolutely great with? The new Stamparatus. Oh, I love that. Because you could actually now wipe this, if it's on the Stamparatus, you could wipe it and you could go over it with a darker colour in just bits, or if you've got your markers, you could just put a marker in there of, I don't know what we got, lemon and lime twist or something like that, just to go over the top and highlight. That would look good. Where's my sun? There's my sun. I did that in Daffodil Delight. Same as here, you could do your sun in Daffodil Delight the same. But you could then take it back on the Stamparatus, colour it off, and just put a bit of crushed curry on the one side, and you could just create some awesome effects with that. Not that you need it, because this set kind of does it already. You see, it's faded in the middle and dark around the outside, so it automatically does that for you. Then all you need to do is just stick it down, grab some Tombow. See, if I'd have done this as a time-lapse card, you probably would have been confused with all the different inks I was using, but it would have just looked really complicated. That was the last thing I wanted to make it look, because it's not complicated at all. What I'm going to do while I'm just sticking that down is I'm just going to take my white accents, and I use this middle one here, and I just coloured it with the bronze Stampin' Blend. I coloured 3 of them, and the reason why I'm doing it now is because I went over it twice so that I could get it really dark. So it'll give it a couple of seconds time to dry. Pop a few dimensionals on there. I love the sentiments on this set as well. It was something I never looked at. I just looked at that grungy stamp and thought, that's nice, I'll have that set. And I never really thought much about the waterfront, as I said earlier, but I never really looked at the sentiments either Friends make good times better and the hard times easier. I love that with friend and thanks. Love never gives up and every little kindness makes the world brighter. How gorgeous are those sentiments? They're just going to be so useful. So, spare piece of white. What colour did I use this? I used a darker, there it is, soft suede. And the sentiment I chose was friends make good times better. I was going to put the other one, every little kindness makes the world brighter, but it was using a bigger circle and I didn't want it to go on my picture. I quite liked it with a little circle, so we changed the sentiments. So you want to punch this out with your 1 3/8 of an inch punch. Is that the middle? That's the middle. And then you want your 1 1/2 inch punch on some scrap old olive. There we go, bit of Tombow. Once I've stuck that, stick that first. I'm moving ahead, running full speed. There we go. I'm just going to colour over these again just to make them glossier and darker because I want them the darkest brown they would go. It's not that successful when you go over it twice, but if you go in a circle outwards it doesn't leave the streaks, but if you go up and down it seems to leave streaks. If you do it in circles it doesn't, is what I've learned. So I'll put that up on a dimensional. I don't want a mini dimensional, I want a big fat one. There we go. Just pop that down there. And then paper piercer. I'll grab these off. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. All using the Waterfront stamp set. Like I said, I love it. I think it's really good. I didn't realise exactly how easy it would be until I played with it. And it would definitely be one of the ones that's featured in my classes. But there you go. A really quick and enjoyable card. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks everybody. Bye.